MyLocalRadio.com is here for all of your 2019 Evanston Red Devil Conference soccer action. Catch the regular season online all season long as we bring you the games from across the western half of Wyoming. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Mountain West Business Solutions, by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Uinta County School District Number 1, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Ellingford Brothers, Legal Tender Restaurant and the Best Western Dunmar Inn, The Lumber Yard, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Bear River Dental, Superior Rental and the Gun Room, T-Bar-S Body Shop, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, MyLocalRadio.com, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sievers Jewelers, and Flex Fitness. With the start of the match quickly approaching, let's take you to the booth.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Rock Springs High School, the home of the Tigers, where today it's the Evanston Red Devils and the Rock Springs Tigers in 4A West Conference play. We've got an overcast day, some rain in the forecast. 46 degrees is your current temperature. Rock Springs comes into this game at 6-0, including a 2-0 mark in conference play. And the Evanston Red Devils at 0-2-1 after tying against Natrona in the opening weekend of this season. We'll take a look at the rest of this matchup today. We've got interviews with each of the coaches, Stephen Pyre of Rock Springs and Coach Carlin Barton of Evanston. But first, as I mentioned, Rock Springs coming in at 6-0. They opened the season against Jackson, a conference opponent, a 2-0 win for Rock Springs, and then they hammered Star Valley 7-0 before destroying Lyman's JV team 10-0. Rock Springs then beat Riverton, Cody, and Worland by 3-0, 4-0, and 2-0. Through 6 games, Stephen Pyre's girls have scored a bunch of goals. Let's do some quick math. That's 22, 26, 28 goals, and they've allowed none. And I was talking with him. We'll hear from him again in a little bit. But they have allowed just, I think, under 10 shots on goal this season. So their defense has been fantastic. Their offense scoring a ton. Rock Springs last year won the 4A West Regional Tournament. In fact, that was their 3rd year in a row winning the regional tournament. But then lost in the first round against Campbell County 4-0 at the state tournament before going back to beat Kelly Walsh and Jackson for the Consolation Championship. They had lost in the Consolation Championship the year before that and went 0-2 at state in 2016. No state titles in Rock Springs girls soccer history, but right now the Rock Springs Tigers are ranked 5th in the latest WyoPreps rankings. And if you put any stock into the Max Preps rankings and their algorithm that places teams or ranks teams around the state, the Rock Springs girls are number 1 in that Max Preps ranking. So whether you put much stock in that or not, this is a good team. They control the ball well. They've got Alyssa Bedard coming back as a sophomore this year. Last year as a freshman, Bedard led the state with 33 goals. She also had 8 assists. And already this year, 13 different players have scored for Rock Springs through just those 6 games. As for the Evanston Red Devils, they opened the season with a 5-1 loss at Kelly Walsh. Then a 1-1 tie against Natrona earned Evanston a point in the conference standings. After that, the Rebels last week played at Riverton against Thunder Basin, a Thunder Basin team that is the WyoPreps number 1 ranked team in the state, and they showed why. They beat Evanston 10-0. Red Devils have scored twice this season. They've allowed 16 goals, and if you look at last year, they need to improve on that differential. Last year they scored just 12 goals and allowed 52. That's a differential of -40. They've got to be better on that with that number. Got to score more goals and allow fewer goals, and we'll see how they can do that today. Bailey Porter returns as starting keeper for the Evanston Red Devils in her senior year, and Evanston has some promise this year. Now, they're under new head coach Carlin Barton in her first year. She's assisted with the program for a couple of years, but some good things happening with this Evanston team. She likes the way they're controlling the ball. They've got some good speed, some good returning talent, and some physicality in the middle, and those things are all very important in controlling the ball, and especially against a team like Rock Springs that controls it so well. And essentially, they're going to play a 3-4-3 today that will keep, of course, the keeper will stay in the box, and they'll keep one defender back, but most of the time when they're attacking and controlling at the midfield and in their opponent's side of the field, they've got 8 or 9 players attacking, and that opens up a lot of opportunities to score. It's Rock Springs and Evanston coming up. We'll hear from Rock Springs head coach Stephen Pyre when we return on this First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Ryan Steinekert with Stephen Pyre, head coach of the Rock Springs Tigers girls soccer team. Coach, thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you.
How's your season going so far? On paper, it looks great.
Yeah, on paper it does look great. You know, we haven't really played a top competitor. We haven't played a Central East or Thunder Basin team yet to kind of really push us. But as of now, you know, we're perfecting every aspect of our game, and possession is just unreal at this level right now.
You've won 3 4A West Conference regional tournaments, right, in a row. The last 3 years you've come out of the 4A West as the #1 team. Are you building on that this year? I know you're pretty young.
Yeah, we are pretty young again. We got 3 more freshmen starting this year. But that's the reality of it is young girls come up and push out the older girls, and it's hard to really build off of that. But yeah, the focus of the year is ultimately to win the state game. So, and that's, you know, and we have to get through regionals first to get to the state, and then we'll go from there, first round.
How much of a jump or how much better do you guys need to be to get past winning the region these last 3 years like we've talked about and taking it to that next level of winning some games at the state tournament, maybe winning the title?
I mean, it has to start with competition. You never play. If you don't play at that higher level, don't play against teams at the higher level. It's hard to kind of compete, to practice at that level, but the way we have it is we're so deep on the bench that our JV team pushes our varsity team, and they get out there and they beat each other up pretty good. But when it comes to the game time, they stick together, and in the end, it's just the higher level, the more physicality, the faster pace. That's what we're practicing on.
And you bring back the leading scorer in the state, and Alyssa Bedard, and soccer is one of those ultimate team games. But when you have a player like that, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah, and you know, she's a great player, phenomenal. We actually moved her around a little bit this year. She's playing more center mid, getting her assist up, and then she's got a lot of support this year. A couple young girls that are coming in at the striker position and helping her out. It's not just her. We have 13 different girls on the varsity score list right now. And she helps build the other girls up along with herself.
And you were telling me before we started recording this that you've changed a little bit of your strategy. You're running the 3-4-3, you said, and you're just possessing the ball. Teams aren't getting shots against you?
Yeah, we're running a 3-4-3 and leaving a sweeper back, pushing our outside backs up a lot. So in a sense, we have 9 attacking at a time. And if the attack isn't there on the initial flow of the game, we drop the ball, switch around, and try from the other channel. And against one game, we had 73 passes in a row before we even took a shot.
Talk about, I mean, you sometimes in a blowout loss, other opponent coaches will say, well, you know, let's pass it 12 or 15 times before we take a shot. But you guys, I mean, that's part of your strategy to get those passes. Yeah,
possession is huge. You know, the next level, that's what we taught all offseason. That's what we honed on is possession. And then when we came to actually be outside, once the snow melted, you can tell then we need work on our finishing because we've taken 131 shots so far and put 28 of them in the back of the net. So we got room to improve there. And overall, just you got to start with the basics, and everything needs to be improved. Everything can be faster.
You got a couple of wins under your belt in conference play already. Today with Evanston, what are your expectations?
You know, Evanston put up a good fight. I like playing them. Like when they come home, we get to play on turf here rather than grass at their home field. But you know, I expect the girls to be perfect. It doesn't matter if we're playing Evanston or Cheyenne Central for the championship, or if we're region championship or whatnot. Every game we come out all out and play at max effort.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, that'll be it, man. Thanks, Ryan.
Stephen Pyre, thanks for your time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
A pleasure to talk with Coach Stephen Pyre. We're moments away from the opening kick, the kickoff for today's game. We'll hear from Coach Carlin Barton as the game gets rolling. This is Ryan Steinekert here on a First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com. As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live. Ryan Steinecker with Carlin Barton, head coach of the Evanston Red Devil soccer team. Coach, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
How's your season going so far from your perspective?
I think it's going pretty good, especially since we have not been able to practice on a field yet. Our only experience on the field has been games. So I feel like it's going pretty good. As soon as we can get on a field, there's some things we can work on, but we do what we can do.
That's a big as soon as a big if there.
Yes. Well, hopefully next week. I'm hoping.
Does the speed, like inside practicing on a court, does that equate a little better, though, to the artificial turf like here at Rock Springs today?
It will, just because of the speed of the ball going, but it just doesn't work so well with spacing. But the speed will help.
The spacing, a tough thing to get used to. And now, Coach, you guys have played just a couple of games so far. That opening weekend jamboree didn't happen, so your first time on a field was a conference match, right?
Correct. I was nervous.
But you did well. A tie with Natrona?
Yes.
Tell me about that game.
Well, I felt like we started out really well. We possessed the ball more than Natrona, and we just had some shots that didn't go in, but we haven't really been able to practice on shooting. So that didn't surprise me. Second half, Natrona came out a little bit more organized, and they used the midfield better. And we just got into booting the ball a little bit, but we worked hard. We stayed in the game, and running up and down the field, we had 2 sick girls that had the flu, so that contributed to it. So the next time we see them, I'm hoping that we'll be healthy and we can put that into the win column instead of a tie.
The bonus, though, is on the road. You earned a point in conference play. Then lost to Kelly Walsh. You played Thunder Basin today against Rock Springs. Do you know anything about the Tigers?
I was trying to look what players I had returning. I couldn't remember. I do know they have Alyssa Bedard, who's really fast and very accurate shooting on the goal. She can use her head really well also, so that's something we have to watch, and she's really good at making runs. So our defense has to be alert and can't be caught up in where the ball is at because we'll lose Alyssa. So that's something that I have talked to the girls about. It was good to play Thunder Basin because Rock Springs has a similar style of play, I think. But, yeah, Rock Springs will be a good opponent, and they're going to possess the ball like Thunder Basin. So it was good to get out and play Thunder Basin and get used to the possession and the runs off the ball that we'll see with Rock Springs.
Different coaches have different styles, and you being here, in your first year of coaching, what kind of style, what kind of strategy of ball do you want to play?
Well, we have a lot of strength in the midfield, and I wanted strong wings this year as well. And then I think we have some speed and we have some accuracy also at the top. So I feel like if we can get the ball out wide, we can have some good success. And then if they don't want to let us have the width, I think we can also attack through the middle as well.
You compared Thunder Basin with Rock Springs and being similar type teams. So what did you not do against Thunder Basin that you need to do to get a conference win today at Rock Springs?
We had 3 sick girls also that game, but I think we just got a little scared knowing that they were such a good team. And we let them kind of do what they wanted at the first part of the game. We weren't really pressuring the ball. And then they would get back behind the midfield, and then we struggled. So we just talked about closing those gaps and making sure we're pressuring the ball and to not let them turn with the ball. When we didn't let Thunder Basin turn with the ball, they ended up not getting it into the middle, and they just kept passing it around on the outside, and I'm good with that. I don't mind if we do that.
That'll be a key against Alyssa Bedard, who led the state in scoring last year. She's one that likes to turn, and she's quick.
Yes, and we'll definitely have to keep our eyes open for her.
Coach, anything else you want to touch on?
No, that's all I can think of.
Carlin Barton of the Evanston Red Devils, thanks for your time. Good luck today with Rock Springs.
Thank you.
The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
Welcome back to Rock Springs High School. We're just about to get things underway. And we've got this new scoreboard system. The score is not, in fact, 4-0 Evanston. We haven't quite started yet. Apologies on that little mistake. We bring you your starting lineups for the visitors first. Evanston Red Devils in goal, number 0, Bailey Porter, a sophomore, number 4, Kitsali Penalosa, a junior, number 5, Taryn Wagstaff, sophomore, number 7, Rachel Hawk, a sophomore, number 9, Lauren Hyatt, a senior, number 10, Brittany Barton, and a captain. Sophomore, number 13, Nayeli Mota, and a sophomore, number 18, Sienna Ellingford. A freshman, number 20, Malia Wilson. Freshman, number 21, Caitlin DeRue. And senior captain, number 22, Sierra Burley. Starters for the Rock Springs Tigers, the home team. In goal, 00, a sophomore, number 00, Alex Muller. A freshman, number 1, Emily Taucher. A freshman, number 2, Brecken Hunsaker. Junior, number 4, Alyssa Bedard. A senior, number 6, Kia Comstock. Freshman number 8, Kylie Knutson. Senior number 11, Liliana Hernandez. A sophomore number 13, Olivia Politi. A sophomore number 14, Amory Willoughby. Sophomore number 18, Lauren Profizer. And a junior, number 33, Riley Berry. I mentioned Alyssa Bedard last year as a sophomore, led the state in scoring, scored 33 goals last year, and also had 8 assists. Olivia Politi, 7 goals. Annika Seavrud, 6 goals. Kia Comstock, 4. Kristen McCran, 3. This is a team that brings back a lot of their goal scoring. They did graduate a senior leader in the goal, Alyssa Vigil. She had 98 saves last year. That was 6 in all of 4A girls soccer. And she graduated, but Alex Muller in goal this year. Got some varsity time last year, had 9 saves in varsity action. We are underway here at Rock Springs. Tigers attacking. Out to the right wing, and they just keep it in. You can see the speed, but that one crosses the end line. Flag goes up. Evanston controls, and it should be a goal kick here. We've got Brittany, I forgot your last name, Vivanco? Yeah. Brittany Vivanco helping us out with camera today. And I want to thank her for being up here this evening, this afternoon, I guess. It is a cool afternoon. 46 degrees was our kickoff temperature. Winds coming out of the northeast. Not too hard, but it is cool. You can see most of the girls with just the shorts. I don't see any leggings out there. You get used to those 30 degrees, 20 degrees, down in the teens, and suddenly mid-40s feels great. Porter comes out to attack and may have made a good save right there. I don't think that goes in the books as a save, but the Red Devils keep one out of the goal for now. Throw in from the corner. A lot of the action so far has been in that deep right corner from our perspective. Header skips off and out of bounds. Another goal kick for the Red Devils. Bailey Porter last year shared time in goal with Taryn Wagstaff, mostly because Porter was dealing with some injuries, and I think there was a concussion or 2 in there that kept her off the field at times, and also dealt with, was that the year before, the broken hand at the end of the season? Do you remember, Brittany? So Porter, but boy, she toughs it out, but you just don't want to mess around with a concussion as a player, but of course her parents wouldn't want that either, and coaches are very careful and cautious about concussion and head injuries as well. Taryn Wagstaff in the goal last year as well, had 50 saves. Bailey Porter finished the season with 59. Red Devils get a steal, but turn it right back over. Brittany Barton out there on the field You see that that brace on the left knee. Barton, number 10, a captain for the Red Devils. She was the leader on the team last year in assists, just about 5-6 games in before, I think it was an ACL tear, if I remember correctly, with that left knee. And then she re-injured that just a couple of months ago. Through ball, Porter comes out to it. Good play by the keeper. No score early on here on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and Porter's punt kick goes off the side of her foot and out of bounds. So Rock Springs keeps it deep in their territory. You may have heard Coach Stephen Pyre. We talked with him right before the game, and he's really excited about his team this year. They're young, but the way they've possessed the ball so far this season, now he keeps that in check. He said, well, we haven't played real great competition so far. Wins over Jackson, Star Valley, Lyman, Riverton, Cody, and Worland. But in those games, they've outscored their opponents a combined 28-0. This is a Rock Springs team that it possesses the ball extremely well, and we've seen that already so far in this contest. Ball to the middle, tipped around and out. The Red Devils closing in nicely on balls that are kind of 50-50 balls or between Tigers. And that's going to be a key today, is to close out quickly. Good through ball up ahead to Politi. She drops it back, and it's almost taken away, but one of the strengths of this Rock Springs team is possessing the ball and patience. And you can see their attack. Even that one defender back is right there, 2 defenders right there near midfield. Everybody, 8-9 players attacking. Politi tries to center it, deflected out of bounds, and we'll have our first corner kick of the day. Let me get this clock running for you if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. We're down to about 5 minutes gone by in the first half. Corner kick, beautiful ball, and Porter just tips it away past the net and out of bounds. Another corner kick coming for Rock Springs. Just under 35 minutes left in this first half. There's the corner. And again, a beautiful ball headed up just high by the Tigers.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Welcome back from the break. No score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Rock Springs has possessed it most of the game, but Evanston doing a good job defensively and contesting balls. They haven't given Rock Springs anything easy. Pass up the sideline. Taucher centers it, header toward the goal, and Porter again comes out to meet it. He waves everybody off. See what kind of a boot Bailey can get this time. Nice high knuckleball. And that goes out. Rock Springs, 3 conference championships in a row. Coach Pyre told me that they really want to take the next step, and that for them is to win a couple of games in championship bracket at state. Last year, Rock Springs won the consolation championship after losing in the first round to Campbell County. But those 3 conference championships in a row, something to be proud of. Ooh, nice ball into the middle of the field, right in front of the net. Porter able to punch it away with 2 hands. Long shot, and this one well wide and out of bounds. Another goal kick opportunity for the Red Devils. The Red Devil boys team took on Rock Springs this afternoon. That game was at 3 o'clock over at the middle school. And Rock Springs won the game 2-0. That one was on mylocalradio.com. If you didn't get a chance to see it and you'd like to, you can find that. We have all the games archived on mylocalradio.com. Check them out. And we'll cover all the Evanston Conference soccer games this spring right here on mylocalradio.com. Throw in from the far sideline. Take away by Evanston. Bunched up and a pass up front. Long boot back to the keeper, Moeller. One-touch pass out to the right wing. Evanston trying to attack and get it back. And an opportunity here, but they just couldn't quite get it. Down the sideline, and that's an Evanston throw-in. 31 minutes left. First half, no score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. A little too strong on that touch by Rachel Hawk. Allows the Tigers to get it back, and then Evanston retakes control. Good play at the midfield by the Red Devils. Barton tries to boot it up away from Rock Springs. Ball bouncing around the middle of the field. A little ping pong around, and that's Bedard right there, number 4. Look for that white headband. Scored 33 goals last year as a sophomore. Led the state, all classifications. Of course, there's 3A and 4A in Wyoming to play soccer. Back it out. Here you see that patience. And Coach Pyre likes to send a lot of players up to attack. One defender back at midfield is Amory Willoughby, the sophomore. Sierra Burley right up there with her, beyond actually the midfield in Evanston territory. Burley. Pass up the right side, taken away. Politi. Backs it out. Rock Springs finds some space. No score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Just over 10 minutes into this first half.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Evanston, good job holding the line of defense, and a little bit of contact. Rock Springs player goes down. I don't know, was that Politi down in the corner? The ball won by Penalosa. Dangerous ball. Pass into the middle. Squirts through. Touched again. Can Evanston save it? No. Rock Springs takes a 1-0 lead. Not sure who gets the actual credit for that goal. But Rock Springs is on top. 1-0. 27 minutes left in the first half. Brecken Hunsaker, thank you. Credit the goal to number 2, Brecken Hunsaker, at 27:44 in the first half. The clock hasn't started yet. Down to the left corner, Politi. Nice ball into the middle. Evanston, though, able to intercept it. Red Devils with a chance. She's on her own side. That's not an offside. But Evanston can't take advantage. Tigers had everybody up offensively, and Mackenzie Porter was all by herself, but the Devils just couldn't quite get it to her. Daru into the middle, or toward the middle. Elling Ford tries to go back to Daru and misfires on the pass. Just under 27 minutes left in this first half. 1-0 Rock Springs on top. They've possessed. It's been on their offensive half for almost all of those 13 minutes so far in this contest. A little bit of rain coming down. Rock Springs, the forecast called for 50 to 60% chance of rain starting about 4, maybe 5 o'clock and going through most of the evening. Ball crosses the end line. Another corner kick opportunity. Kia Comstock hustles down there and may look for the short pass here. Yes, she does. Politi, as that train passes by across the way, into the middle. Bailey Porter deflects that one. Boy, Porter in the right place at the right time to keep that ball out of the net. Tigers kick it back outside, and Hernandez, long ball. This may skip. Yeah, it did skip off that turf, and that's when you get a little precipitation, a little moisture on the field. The ball certainly plays differently, but it was wide of the goal, and Porter was in position. So Emerson with another goal kick. Bedard, header. Over to Hunsaker. Kick it back outside. Hunsaker again gets it. Great awareness. These players just know where each other are. And missed pass there out of bounds. Evanston throw in. Rock Springs leads 1-0. Varsity boys game. Rock Springs won that one 2-0. And Evanston does about the same thing there on the sideline. Just mishandles it and out of bounds to Rock Springs. Tigers attacking. Good timing. Oh, no, not good timing. I was about to say what great timing, but it was offsides. The official on the far sideline raises the flag, and that gives Evanston a free kick. 1-0 Tigers on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals. The public is always welcome. And contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment. And customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515. Leah Wilson with a nice stop of Alyssa Bedard moments ago. Evanston has it down the sideline, and the Devils play it out of bounds. Good defense on that sideline by Rock Springs, avoiding the foul, but causing enough contact to slow the Red Devil offense down. Long pass ahead, stopped by Dahlia Griffin. Call her Day Ray is what Coach Pyre told me. Got a couple of gals that as I was asking for pronunciation on this team. I'll tell you that in a bit. Bedard, the shot, back of the net, it's in there. And Alyssa Bedard puts another one on the board. Bedard last year, 33 goals, 22.58 mark in this one. You see her strength and footwork. She was just about tripped up, but kept her feet set and put it up with the left foot. Make it Rock Springs 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as we get back underway. Politi again tries to attack. Red Devils into the middle to nobody. Miscommunication. Taucher attacking. Politi, a run down the left side. Tries to go back in the middle, taken away. Taryn Wagstaff, good hustle, but Rock Springs gets it back, a shot wide, and Porter again. Boy, she knows right where she's at as that ball comes skipping in fast. She had her back right on the post. And the ball goes wide for a Evanston goal kick. Down the right side, Rock Springs again in attack mode. Nice pass into the middle. Porter gets a knee on it. Hard shot into the back of the net. That's a tough angle. And with that wet turf, tough decision there for Porter. Do I just deflect that, keep it out of the net for now, which is what she chose to do, or try to scoop down and pick it up? I think she made the best play she could at the moment. And that was another one by Brecken Hunsaker, I believe, on the goal. Thank you. So Brecken with her second goal of the game. This one at the 21:48 mark. And Rock Springs leads 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And it's a tough thing when you're playing a team like this Rock Springs team. They send 8-9 players up to attack. They control the ball so well, and you can be playing great defense, be in the right position for 9 straight minutes, and then a little bit of a lapse for 10 or 12 seconds, and suddenly Rock Springs puts another score on the board. And that's how it's been so far. Evanston's been very, for the most part, solid defensively. We're 19 minutes into the game, and they've played about 18 and a half minutes of very good defense. But you drop in 30 seconds of mistake, one here, one mistake here, or one there, and Rock Springs has 3 goals. Goal kick here for the Red Devils, trailing 3-0. Evanston opened the season with a 5-1 loss at Kelly Walsh. Red Devils usually play a season opening jamboree tournament in Casper, but because of snow, that one got canceled. Of course, that didn't just affect Evanston, it affected everybody who usually plays in that tournament. But what that led to for Evanston was opening the season, the first time they actually got out and played on a field or kicked the ball on a field this spring was in a game, a conference game no less, at Kelly Walsh. And that's been a tough start. We heard Coach Carlin Barton talk about that during our pregame interview with her. As daughter Brittany Barton gets a takeaway, but two defenders there for Rock Springs. They take it back, and then Brittany takes it again. But Evanston has just not had any time on a field other than games. The field in Evanston covered in snow. And they're hoping to get out and be able to start practicing outside next week is the hope. Need a little help from Mother Nature to get there, and we may not get that tonight. If it's raining here, we may be seeing some snow in Evanston tonight. 3-0 Rock Springs on top. Just under 20 minutes left to go in this first half on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Evanston had an opportunity at a run there, but Burley just couldn't quite chase it down. The pass was a little too far and a little too fast out in front. But the Red Devils with a throw in. Checking into the game, is that Morgan Chandler? Morgan, a freshman, checks into the front line. Porter trying to take it away. Drop back pass. Rock Springs on top. 3-0, just under 18 minutes to go. 2 goals from Brecken Hunsaker, 1 from Melissa Bedard, has Rock Springs on top. Or have Rock Springs, I guess, on top, those 3 goals. Not real heavy rain, a light wind from the northwest or northeast, and temperatures in the mid-40s, 46 at kickoff. It may have dropped a little at this point with some light rain coming down, but you can see a lot of the girls on the field relishing what for them is warmer temperatures. A lot of short sleeves, a few long sleeves out there, but I don't see any leggings. You get out there running around, and it feels actually probably pretty nice. Into the middle, Brittany Barton with the takeaway. She backs it out and tapped to the sideline, nobody there. Bedard drops it back. Weaving through traffic, back up to Bedard. Into the middle. Good ball movement. Hernandez drops it left side. Comstock. Politi back to Comstock. A lot of space in that area of the field. Red Devils putting a lot of attention in the middle. Pass into the middle, and it gets through Porter, and there's some just a funny skip on that wet turf. And the ball finds its way again to the back of the net for Rock Springs. With 8, 9 players attacking at any given time. If a ball gets deflected, chances are you're going to have somebody close by to hit that thing into the net. And was that Emily Taucher this time? So Taucher at the 16-14 mark. Rock Springs leads 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Just under 16 minutes left in the first half. Evanston with a takeaway and a battle. Wagstaff able to win that battle. Up ahead, though, there's another Rock Springs Tiger defender. And the difference, you notice the difference here. When Rock Springs has it on their offensive end, which is Evanston's defensive side, they're sending up 7, 8, 9 players to attack. Evanston just had that deep into Rock Springs territory, but only 5 players back there attacking. Out of bounds off of Evanston. Goes again to Rock Springs. Tigers leading 4-0, 15 minutes left in the first half on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Brecken Hunsaker with 2 goals, and then Alyssa Bedard and Emily Taucher with 1 goal apiece for Rock Springs, which now has outscored its 7 opponents. This is their 7th game of the season, and Rock Springs has outscored its opponents 32-0 so far this year. It's a good Rock Springs team, and I mentioned it earlier, but the WYO Preps rankings has this Rock Springs girls team ranked 5th. If you pay any attention to the Max Preps rankings, which includes some numbers, opponents' win percentage, opponents' win percentage, and it's an algorithm type ranking, that has Rock Springs ranked 1st in Wyoming girls soccer. Either way, this is a Rock Springs team that, as we've seen already, can score a lot of goals, and they're very solid defensively. They do not allow many shots on goals, and Evanston doesn't have one of those yet. Just about to the 14-minute mark in the first half, 4-0 Rock Springs on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard leads.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Comstock with a shot. The rebound just about punched back in. Still, ball right in front of the net. The shot just wide right by, was that Seavrud? One of those Rock Springs Tiger offensive players. Boy, that just about made it 5-0. Just under 12.5 left in this first half, and Evanston kept Rock Springs off the board for just more than the first 12 minutes. But since then, it's been 4 goals in about 12 minutes of play. And Rock Springs is on top on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Devils trying to mount some kind of attack, but the pressure on the ball, excellent by Rock Springs. Anytime Evanston has it, they'd have no time to try and figure out what to do with it. Red Devils bouncing something. Brittany Barton up ahead, and great turn stop by Rock Springs defense. Burley gets away with a little bit of a shove. No, did not get away with it. Late whistle after the advantage played itself out. Rock Springs will have the free kick. Comstock to boot it away. Looks like she's going to wind up and kick it deep. Didn't get a great foot on it, but teammate has it down inside. Tapped it back out. Hunsaker Looks down in the left corner. This one skips through the defense out of bounds, and it'll stay with Rock Springs. Comstock again inbounds. This one a high bounce. Looked like a handball, and that is the indication from the official as well. See, the Coach Stephen Pyre talked about, told me he's really happy about his depth this year, and that helps so much in practice. You see the JV team, Rock Springs girls beat Evanston 12-0, and that translates into harder, better competition in practice and deeper varsity squad. Something that Coach Pyre is excited about this season for Rock Springs. Burley, Barton boots a long one up ahead. Red Devils have a player there to make chase. She's got it. Is that Lauren Hyatt trying to work against two defenders? Can't quite keep possession. It's booted out toward the sideline. Evanston with possession, battling for it. A good defensive spot by Amory Willoughby to take that one away, and then great kick down deep the sideline. That one just hugs the line all the way to the corner. Under 10 minutes to go, Rock Springs attacking. Good takeaway by the Red Devils, and they clear it out. 4-0 Rock Springs on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. We can repair all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation systems with ease. Sewer cleaning and septic tanks installation and servicing. We do it. Call Landmark Plumbing and Heating and ask about the on-demand water heater. You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. 307-789-8793. Find us in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the Tire Professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Comstock with the attack down near the end line. Kick into the middle, and it's deflected off of Evanston, so a corner kick opportunity for Rock Springs. Ooh, pretty ball right up at about the 12, or about 8-10 yards out, but Evanston able to clear it out. Good clear. Willoughby with control, boots it up again down the sideline. Oh boy, dangerous spot here, and the shot just wide right by Emily Taucher. Taucher with one goal already, wanted number two, would have made it 5-0. Instead, we stay at 4-0, and Evanston will bring in a couple of substitutes. Bailey Porter set up the goal kick. We've had a little bit of rain. It hasn't been real heavy, but it's enough to make the field wet. And especially on a field like this, that already with the speed, the ball suddenly bounces a lot differently. It doesn't even bounce so much as skips across the turf. There's been a couple of balls that Rock Springs has been able to take advantage of that skip, or the way the ball plays differently off the wet turf rather than the dry. Touch pass, but Evanston takes it away. Out on the right sideline, tipped back. Seavrud up ahead. Here's Hunsaker again, battling and taken away. Ball shanked off and loose, 50-50 ball. Evanston wins it. Once, twice, but not a third time. Up the right side, or the left side, Carly Nelson freshman for Rock Springs, who just came into the game a few moments ago. And again, off the end line, goal kick for the Red Devils. Evanston girls last year 0-1 at the regionals. Same the year before, didn't make state the last couple of years, but in 2016, a high point of sorts for the Red Devil soccer team as Coach Brian Richens led Evanston to its first ever appearance at state after they beat Green River 1-0 in the first round of the regional tournament. They lost to Natrona and Kelly Walsh to wrap up regional tournament play and played Campbell County and Natrona fairly close at state, but went 0-2 at the state tournament. Shot attempt by Hunsaker, deflected. That was in 2016. Since then, the Red Devils, again, 0-1 at regionals and have not made the state tournament the last couple of years. At the 5-minute mark, first half, Rock Springs on top, 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
And Emily Taucher.
So we got 4-0, 2 goals for someone already.
Brecken Hunsaker.
Brecken Hunsaker.
Hey, Jake, what you've missed really, I mean, to give you the picture of what's happened so far today, you see what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Springs with 9 players attacking. They've got 1 defender at midfield Willoughby, that's right, in Emery Willoughby. And then the keeper, and there's a goal on a shot down on the left side.
Got a player down, too.
And she's the one who made the goal. She took the shot, Kia Comstock, and then is slow to get up here. Rock Springs has possessed the ball. Jake, they've been very good.
And they've got a new sound effect. I didn't hear that before. I don't remember that before.
I don't remember hearing that either.
I do remember hearing Kia Comstock scores before.
Yeah, Kia last year, 4 goals.
3-4, yeah.
Yeah.
Still 2 minutes left in the first half.
And 5-0, Rock Springs on top. Evanston they just have not been able to possess the ball much. And Rock Springs, they've possessed the ball so well. They get 8 or 9 players up on their offensive side. And so that crowds that space. So you can't do any short passing unless it's just incredibly precise. And so consequently, Evanston has hardly had the ball on their offensive side of the field at all today.
And I see Brittany Barton out there at a midfield. Did she get the start today, or has she been coming in off the bench? How have her minutes gone?
She got the start, and coach told me, and it's about what she's had is plays for about 10 minutes, takes a break, see how she's doing, go back in 5-6 minutes later, another 10 minutes. But she's been on the field quite a bit, probably 15 to 20 minutes of this first half, maybe more, 20, 25 minutes. Wouldn't you say, Brittany?
Did you have Brittany on the mic at all?
No, Brittany Vivanco running our camera today, though, and I think she was feeling a little too shy. I don't know. Maybe I didn't ask. Maybe she would have liked to say something.
We have an extra headset. Oh, it's okay, she says.
Down to a minute left in this first half.
I'll tell you, we had one shot on goal in the whole first half of the boys' game for Evanston, and then 2 shots on goal, I want to say, in the second half. Not a whole lot. Oh,
wow.
The net.
And what a kick from the corner.
That was almost a corner kick goal. That was barely just touched in, and I'm waiting for a number on that. Is that number 1? No, that can't be. Emily Taucher. That'd be her third goal, wouldn't it?
No, she had one earlier.
Or it was Hunsaker.
I think it was Carly Nelson. Isn't it number 9 right here? She just stepped right in front of Bailey Porter.
I think you're right.
So that was at just under a minute. Rock Springs 6-0. So Jake, you said just not a lot of shots on goal in the boys' game.
Not much going on the boys' game, but that first shot on goal came in the first 3-4 minutes of the game, and it was a really good one. And the possession was about even for about the first 15 to 20 minutes, and then after that it was all Rock Springs until about the last 10 minutes of the contest. By that point it was 2-0. First goal comes in on a PK rebound, and the second one on a corner.
Well, Evanston just got a little shot on goal there right here at the end of the first half, but the Tigers lead 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll tell you a little bit more about it during our halftime show coming up.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
At the half, and it's 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Rock Springs on top. Evanston held the Tigers scoreless for the first 12 minutes and 16 seconds, but then a deluge of scoring from Rock Springs. They scored 4 goals in the next 12 minutes of the contest as Brecken Hunsaker found the back of the net twice, Alyssa Bedard once, and Emily Taucher once. And then Rock Springs scored 2 more before the end of the half. Kia Comstock and Carly Nelson, with under a minute to go, Nelson got her goal there in that first half. And Rock Springs, so far, Jake, this season, Rock Springs has outscored its opponent, including the 6 goals in this first half, I think 34-0, and this is their 7th game.
Well, I can't believe I saw 2 goals when I got here. It was 4-0, and there were still 2 goals to go left in the first half. Evanston, conversely, on the boys' side, being outscored 15-0. This is a high-powered Rock Springs girls team, and a lot of names that we've seen for the last 2-3 years, and it seems like they've always got girls coming up on the ranks as freshmen. And now, what's Kia Comstock? Is she a junior now, a senior, something like that? She's got to be at least a
senior now.
She's got to be a senior, but we've been
and I'm sure you remember Alyssa Bedard.
Alyssa Bedard
who's a junior now.
Every single year, it seems like they've got a new star on that soccer team coming up as a freshman or sophomore, and they've shown it today.
And they lead 6-0 at the half. We're going to hear from. Now tell me real quickly, do we play an ad or go right to this interview with?
You know, you're in charge.
I'm in charge.
You're in charge.
I can do what I want.
Say whatever you want. And you don't even need an intro. It'll give you all that.
All right. Well, you're at the half, and Rock Springs leads 6-0 on this First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
I have Pablo Escalante with me, member of the EHS wrestling team. Most recently, you made it to the state championship match. I was just talking to your coach, and he said that it came down to you guys opted to make a move that had it paid off. You probably would have got him, and you ended up getting caught, and he got you. But nonetheless, that run through the state tournament was not an easy one. You mentioned that, he also mentioned that in regionals, you kind of got caught up so that you weren't in a good positioning. What was your approach going into that final week, knowing that you were a draw seed and we're going to have to wrestle some really tough guys?
I know, I just kind of had in my head that trying to show people that that's not really how I wrestle, that it was just a bad week for me. Coming to that tournament, I had a lot of confidence because I knew that I could take that state champ out, and I did.
Well, at the regional tournament, what did happen? Where did you get caught up?
So, I guess it was just losing to Yaha because I wanted to beat him. I wanted to take first at regionals, and it kind of just got to my head. And I came out wrestling that Rock Springs kid with, not even caring that I could get pinned, and it just happened. I got pinned. I just wasn't fully there in the match.
Well, did it take some time to think about that and then try to readjust and refocus for the state tournament coming up the next week?
Yeah, I just kind of I just kept getting questions. Everybody's like, how did that happen? How did this happen? I'm like, I don't know. It was just I just kind of went in that match just not knowing, just kind of trying to be cocky and do me, but that's not the way to go. So, and I just kind of just prepared myself by getting my lungs going because I was sick for 3 weeks, and I had to run it off and just to make it where I was at.
How do you go through a wrestling season being sick? How do you even try to do that?
It's hard. Usually they make you run, but I don't know. Coach is he won't let me just run. He'll keep me in there. If I'm hurt, he'll keep me in there. He just does whatever. It's good.
Your approach in the quarterfinals when you had to take on that wrestler from Laramie, what went into the preparation for it, considering that you hadn't seen him face to face this year?
I just kind of listen to my coach. He's always telling me not to force my throws because I have a problem with trying to force him and just attack him. So I kind of played it safe and just waited and to see what he could do. I don't know. It just came out my way. I guess me and his lungs weren't good. Mine were just a little better, and I beat him.
Other sports you participate in, soccer, football, wrestling, do you have a favorite necessarily?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of soccer. That's a sport I love, and I could play that all day.
Why does soccer take the cake for you?
Probably because of my family. My grandpa, he's done it for so long. I've done it since I was 5. I don't know, it's just something I would love to do. All my friends do it. My best friend does it. Just a sport of love. Where was your grandfather's influence coming from as far as getting you involved at a young age, and what was his background in it? I mean, it kind of wasn't it was kind of my choice because I grew he kind of passed away, but just seeing all the things he accomplished just pushed me because I just wanted to be like him because not a bunch of people in our family do sports, and I just wanted to prove people that I could do it. What was his background in soccer? He played in Mexico. He had a really good team. He also did bicycle, he raced in bicycles and track. He was just an athlete. Are we talking he was on some pro circuit? Yeah, he was in Mexico. Yeah. At what level? What team? Do you remember? I don't. Well, for you going into your senior year of soccer, then after a wrestling season, after a football season, the grind's got to be getting to you. You'd be probably ready to get that snow off and get out to the field, though. Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm just used to having something to do every single time after the day's over, and it's just kind of weird not having it in practice.
Well, your final wrestling season wrapped up. I know you came up just a little bit shy of your ultimate goal, but 4 years of being in that room every day, you had to have learned some things along the way and have some stuff that you could say to the younger kids for how you get through a wrestling season.
I mean, it's not an easy sport. Like, I think wrestling is one of the hardest sports I've ever done in my life, and especially in high school. So don't go into that room thinking that it's going to be a walkthrough, because it's not. It's really tough. Like, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I kind of don't want to go to practice, but you always have to. And grades are a big issue for me, because I kind of we're always gone, we're always on the road, and it just lets you fall back, and that's what you need to wrestle and compete.
Well, what's next for you? What are you looking at for the future?
Well, it's kind of like whatever happens, wrestling. If I get something good for wrestling, then I'll probably go into wrestling, and if I get something good for soccer, it's kind of either way. Like, yeah.
Thank you, Pablo.
Thank you.
Well, thanks to Jake Hibbert and Pablo Escalante for that interview. We've got second half action coming up in just a bit. It's 6-0 Tigers on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard with 40 minutes left to go in this one.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome back to Rock Springs High School for half number 2 of this 4A West Conference matchup between Evanston and Rock Springs. The Tigers got 6 goals in that first half, 2 from Brecken Hunsaker, and then 4 others with 1 apiece, including Alyssa Bedard, Emily Tatcher, Kia Comstock, and Carly Nelson. And we get things underway in this second half. Rock Springs attacking left to right.
Quite literally attacking on that play. That was a high kick. High sticking. I think that's 2 minutes in the penalty box.
Too bad we don't have something like that. Numbers balanced out a little, or I guess imbalanced, unbalanced. This is where the Red Devils have been for most of the day, is on their defensive half. And it's part of Coach Stephen Pyre recognizes his team's ability to control the ball and their desire to attack. He told me, Jake, that in one game this year, they passed the ball, and he counted 73 times and then got a shot off for the goal.
Now, does he have his own pass stat keeper? Does he have like a little button clicker like the umpires on the balls and strikes?
Click. I'm imagining he either has somebody count for him or he watched the game later.
If he watches it later, we can go. If it's on a fly, I think we have to call that the unofficial count. You know, every goal that goes in, you can see players getting a little bit colder out there, realizing the weather has not improved. It's actually just gotten worse as the day's gone out. It had a lot of promise earlier on. It was in the 40s, a little bit of sun, then the clouds move in. The rain was coming in about an hour before the boys' game started. Then it was almost sunny for about 20 minutes, and then that disappeared. The rain came back, the wind picked up, and the girls right now playing in as bad of conditions as it's been all day.
The wind has all but died off, but yeah, the rain coming down a little bit harder. And I've mentioned it a time or two about how differently the ball plays on this wet turf rather than when the turf is dry.
And this is a quicker field as far as turf fields go. It's got more tire than turf sometimes, depending on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it does play quick. I got here, and when I went down to interview coaches, Jake, I took my jacket off. I felt like it was like 45 degrees, but it was, man, what a nice day.
You got here a couple hours before kickoff for the girls, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to bother coaches during JV game to try and get starters and interviews. So I got here just before the JV game started and took care of that business.
Boy, we had a weird start to the boys game. It started about 8-10 minutes early. There was a malfunctioning sound system, which turned down to it just came down to it had a weird plug-in that nobody knew how to plug in. So they said no starters, no anthem. Let's just start the game. Not a lot of complaints from the crowd. They said, yeah, let's get this game moving on.
Kick a bit wide, and this is kind of how the first half started, Jake. Rock Springs just feeling out. Evanston playing good, solid defense and keeping that back line intact. It took Rock Springs almost 12 and a half minutes to get that first goal on the board. Once they did, though, in the next 12 minutes, they scored 4 goals.
Got bright markers out here. Some of these fields, Natrona in particular, stands out as one is that from this distance, I have no idea where the field of play is on a soccer field. The orange lines I like.
For the sideline and the goal boxes and things. Barton tripped up. She's back up and fine. And Jake, do you know? I mean, we remember at Jackson last year was when she tore the ACL, and then she re-injured that knee a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
was that an indoor track injury or like a soccer?
I think it was. It was some tweaking, and I want to say it was soccer involved. I don't think Brittany did indoor track this year.
Right. I think it was
soccer.
Okay.
And when that happened, that really took out so much of the midfield play of what Evanston had building in that game in particular.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that was what, the 5th or 6th game of the season. She'd had 4 assists through the first 5 or 6 games to that point.
A couple of goals off free kicks alone.
Good defense out on that side by Evanston. Keep the ball in front of her.
I do like some of the promise of the back line defense. One that stands out is Sienna Ellingford, as a sophomore, has done a nice job in that middle position.
And it's a tough, we talked about, this Rock Springs team. They scored 10 goals in a game against Lyman earlier this year, but as I mentioned, they've outscored their opponents 34-0 so far this year. But a team like this, the attacks, and you can see it right now, they've got one defender at midfield. Everybody else, other than their keeper, is up attacking.
I understand when you get down 6-0, it comes down to desperation, but a little bit of frantic, and those long balls are not going to result in too much offense for Evanston.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
That being said, trying to work the ball down the field against this Rock Springs midfield is clearly not worked out either, because they're so fine at possessing and taking possession back.
And some of that can be impatience as well. As you've seen, each time Evanston gets the ball, the pressure by Rock Springs, they're so quick to get to the ball and contest or try to take it away that sometimes you just go, I got to get this thing out of here and boot it deep.
Good box out by Ellingford, looking ahead to Barton.
But again, the pressure on the ball, and Rock Springs takes it right back. But there's one there where there maybe a little bit more time, Evanston could have controlled it.
I liked a lot what I saw out of Evanston the first time I saw them out a couple weeks ago against Natrona. I think they're certainly having a more concerted effort of just possessing and trying to set up the offense one pass at a time. I think it's when you see a team like Rock Springs, it's a little tougher.
Penalosa with a takeaway, through ball, finds its way through. Can Burley keep control? No.
And I was just perfect timing for that, and I love having Kate Solly out on the wing and what she can do playing more in the midfield as opposed to last year she was at the top waiting to get the ball. She is great at going and finding it and setting up things for Evanston.
That quick feet, those quick feet she has, set it up just like on that last play.
Not just her feet.
No. Amory Willoughby has not had a ton of action. She's that last defender, the one that stays right there near midfield, but she's been very solid today. She's played the free safety type position so well and been in position every time the ball has gotten back by Evanston. Anytime it's gotten back there, she's been right there to stop Evanston's progress, take it away, turn it, and give it back to the Tigers.
It's a fine line I see down on the bench that you have between wanting to have a blanket on and at what point do you have to throw that one away because now it's just keeping you colder because it's soaking wet.
That's a good, yeah. I wonder, I mean, I do have a little protection from the rain.
You do, yeah. You do like, I call those like those bus stop style things almost, you know. They have them at the middle school too. That middle school soccer field is maybe the best field in the state for soccer. I'm not even kidding. That is
really?
Perfect. I love the conditions at that junior high school. As far as field turf ones go.
This might be a penalty kick situation. Looks like it is. The clock continues to run, or does the clock not stop on a PK?
Well, it is still running right now. It stopped. What I can say is it stopped during the boys' game for one. I've not seen a signal by the official. I think the official to get a signal up here is, do we have a mic system on somewhere?
No, but
I don't think so.
But I mean, there's a signal for stopping the clock. He just hasn't given it.
Continuing to go for the boys' game, it stopped. For the girls' game, we play on, or the clock plays on.
Unfortunately for us, I stopped the clock.
It's okay. We can restart it. We're only 8 seconds behind,
right.
Ryan. That's what breaks are for.
So this is Brecken Hunsaker, who has 2 goals in the first half.
She go left or right? Or right up the middle?
Uses her right and goes left. That's my guess.
The right over.
Over the top.
Well, you were half right. And I think she may have wanted to go a little more left than she did.
So Evanston gets the goal kick. Just over 31 minutes left in this first half. Or the second half, excuse me.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence. Back at Rock Springs, where the Tigers lead 6-0. They got those 6 goals in the first half, and Evanston has held the Tigers off the board for the first 10-plus minutes of the second half. That's about how the first half went, Jake. 12 minutes in is when Rock Springs got their first goal of the first half, but then 4 in the next 12 minutes. They got a bunch in a hurry.
Well, they just about had one a couple minutes ago, but it just went over the crossbar. Sometimes you just run out of real estate. You like the run, and then you wonder, where's it going?
Right.
And then you hit the deck, and you think, why did I have to fall over? It's soaking wet out here, and it's cold.
Yeah, and that was just well played defensively. That defender just stayed in front.
Never got any space.
Yeah. Didn't allow the space. Didn't allow the defender to get past her and between her and the goal. And
Brittany Barton out of the contest, I see.
That's just after that 10-minute mark, and see what
right about on cue.
Yeah. See what effect that has.
Oh, that was a great through ball. I know it didn't go immediately to the person she wanted it to, but it was great positioning to set up at the middle of the field.
I've been impressed by Malia Wilson today, Jake. She's been very physical, and that's about the 4th time she's collided with somebody that ended up on the ground. A couple of those have ended up in free kicks for Evanston. She thwarted Alyssa Bedard midway through the first half. She's been very good physical defensively in this game.
It's good crowd sound.
You like that?
I do. You had to pump it up a little bit because you got about a 20-foot drop to fans, don't you?
Yeah, it is a good drop down to where the fans are all under umbrellas here at Rock Springs.
Ella. That was playing on the radio as I was pulling up, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
6-0, Tigers on top on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Under 30 minutes to go in half number 2.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Red Devils earn a corner kick. It was Mackenzie Porter on the run. And this kick.
Yes, it was. They take away the corner and go to a goal kick.
Yeah, well, no, it was kicked, but it never came inbounds.
Oh.
And it's always an adjustment when the ball is wet, the field is wet, and I think that just comes off the foot differently. 26 minutes left in this ball game. 6-0 Tigers. They scored all 6 of their goals so far in that first half, and Evanston has kept them off the board. Speaking of wet field, Alex Moeller just slipped down trying to approach the ball on the goal kick.
Just about fell down again. She's trying to get any footing going.
Wonder if she's just laughing at herself.
She kind of looks like Otis from Andy Griffith right now, slipping around on that field.
Meanwhile, her teammates in attack mode. Nice little cutoff.
Oh, here's a dangerous position.
Ellingford cut that one off and stopped what was looking like a quick attack by Rock Springs. Dangerous spot here, the kick, and Porter able to block it.
Just staying in bounds.
Into the middle. Against Sienna there, Ellingford. Free kick for Evanston.
Appears that way.
Is that Daru that ended up on the floor, on the carpet? Under 25 minutes left in this contest, 6-0. Rock Springs with the lead.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest, OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
23 minutes left at Rock Springs, the 4A West Conference matchup. The Tigers took a 6-0 lead into the half, and that's where the score remains.
Block out on a kick that probably would have been a shot on goal if not for getting right in front of that. I'm not sure if that was Ellingford there, but I think it was.
Barton she went out at the
10-minute mark.
10-minute mark.
Yeah.
She's back in there now. She's been in for the last couple of minutes. Good to see that the knee is at least feeling well enough for her to be in there quite a bit.
Playing way more than she did a couple of weeks ago, and on dangerous conditions on top of that.
Right. Well, Rock Springs will continue the season, is it Thursday?
Thursday at Green River.
At Green River.
Yeah.
Evanston will play Friday at Green River.
You mentioned the Rock Springs girls undefeated up to this point. The boys not too bad either, 5-2 after today's 2-0 victory. Two of their losses, their only two losses actually have come against teams they won't see the rest of the year. 3A opponents Powell and Douglas.
Huh.
So 3-0 on the conference season is the Rock Springs boys program.
It's interesting, we talked, Jake, and talked with folks around Evanston that opening weekend that Jamboree and Casper was canceled because of weather.
Oh, hold on.
That ball broke back, had a bit of a bend on it. Porter
see her
just
hugging onto it now. Back to the Jamboree, though.
Yeah, so that opening tournament was canceled, and that left Evanston in the situation of their first time on the field was in conference play at Kelly Walsh. But with Rock Springs, their schedule just opened with conference games at Jackson or against Jackson and Star Valley.
Has kind of been across the state this year. It's jumped right into conference play, and Rock Springs did get some non-conference stuff with, I think it was March 22nd and 23rd. Both programs got 4 games in 2 days, but it's been tough all around the state as far as this winter has gone. Now, as far as Evanston, they're scheduled to have their first home game next Saturday, and if that happens, that's going to be their first time out on their home field all year long?
It could be. Coach Barton
if it's
told
ready.
me that she hopes they'll be able to get on the field next week for practice.
Well, I mean,
but
that's pushing it. I don't know. I saw Boyd Child at the boys' game today watching one of his kids play, and I know he's doing everything he can to get that field ready, but I think Saturday is best-case scenario. We'll see, though.
And it's tough, like on streets, on parking lots, you can put some salt down, and that helps melt snow and ice. You can't do that on a grass field.
Oof. Oh, there you go.
Red Devils dodge a bullet.
Yep. I thought you were going to suggest they start practicing on parking lots, Ryan.
Well, I mean,
they have melted.
Yeah. If there's some parking lots available.
It's like what you always tell your kids, go play out in the streets, right?
Uh-huh. That's what I tell them.
Go throw rocks at each other.
I don't say that. If you're going to throw rocks, just don't hit each other. You hit whatever else you want. But
windows, stray cats.
Especially that. Yeah. Six 0 Rock Springs with the lead. Evanston a pass up to midfield, and that's what we've seen. Every time Evanston tries to mount an attack or gets a ball up toward midfield, it's taken quickly back by Rock Springs most of the day.
It's not a bad pass. It's well located. It's a little long, hard to control, and there's not a big window of time to settle the ball. And there's not an immediate passing option either. It's Porter at the top, and if she can't get it and turn and run, then you're out of options.
Bailey Porter there for another save, and that's tough with these wet conditions, but she got underneath that. Well played.
Oh. Barton, that's an easy foul call against her.
6-0 Rock Springs on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. From Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
17.5 minutes left to go, and Rock Springs leads. Evanston had a free kick and had it on their offensive side for a few seconds, but Rock Springs has possessed the ball most of this game.
And we talked about it over the break. Brittany Barton subbing out right now. Ever since that hit, she looks a little slow, and she was walking around at midfield, not really attacking the ball, which is out of her character if she's not feeling right. As she goes out, she's not feeling good.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a limp. I don't see that.
I don't know if it's a limp.
There was some gingerness, some
like
tenderness on that left leg.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see. Coach Barton has a lot better grasp of how Brittany's feeling, but I'd be surprised to see her play anymore today with these conditions, the score being what it is.
In the final 15 minutes, you might as well say try again on Friday.
Right, and get others a little more time to improve and be on the field.
See if we see this again at the end of the girls' game, but as I learned after Natrona, once the end of the game, once the whistle goes off, that's not the end of the work for the Lady Red Devils program. The cool-down exercises alone get me a little exhausted watching.
Oh, really?
You've got 5-10 more minutes of cool-down exercises after you've been running for 80 minutes.
It's not like the baseball teams that go out and jog from the left field line to center field and then back a couple times.
No, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
The Bartons are known for knowing the body, the parts, the way it works, all of that, and they put it to full effect during soccer. You see Coach Barton making sure her girls don't just run off the field and say, no, we're done. No, you got to do your cool downs.
That's an interesting thing. I imagine that also improves conditioning for the end of a game.
Well, I don't imagine it would hurt.
No.
I can't. It would really hurt my ability to play on this team. I never blew my knee out because I found out you just don't play hard, you never lose your knees.
There you go. Shot, and this one wide left.
That's a ball kid's nightmare right there as it goes dribbling into the shot put discus area.
Yeah, he's got a ways to run to get that one. 15 minutes left in this one. 6-0 Tigers on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Time running down in half number 2 at Rock Springs, this 4A West Conference matchup. Evanston at 0-2. Or no, sorry, 0-1-1 in the conference.
Yes, a 1-1 tie against Natrona. Getting that point on the board and having, you know, there was really no chance once overtime started in that game a couple of weeks ago for really either side to score. Get back to that after this plays out. There was just, they were too exhausted, and you could see really the last 15 minutes of play between the two teams was just sloppy.
Okay.
And then you thought about the 8th or 9th minute of each overtime half, okay, maybe they're going to set something up. But it's so hard when you get to that point in a game. 10 minutes of overtime isn't enough to mount anything because the first 3 or 4 are feeling everything out, seeing where you're going to go. Ooh, good header.
Boy, that was close.
And then by the time, you know, if it was one period of 20 minutes continuous, I think either Natrona or Evanston may have gotten a goal in. But 10 minutes, you just saw them. They were just kind of frantic out there trying to get settled. And by the time they did, the whistle would blow and you'd take a 30-second or 1 minute break, whatever it is, in between those overtime periods and then start all over again.
Right. And that was the first game or second game of the season for Evanston. Was that, it had to be.
Same with Natrona, yeah.
Second game of the season for Natrona. So you're not in full game conditioning yet at that point.
And I think Natrona is a team that when it comes to Evanston City Field, that's a team the girls really have a chance to go and get. Avery Potter is at the top of that squad, but outside of there's not a whole lot, and that's really something that Evanston was able to take advantage of and possess the ball. I would say the majority of the contest, they had the possession over Natrona. All comes down to finishing at the end and getting a shot in.
And that's something that Coach Barton told me before the game is that they just have not been able to even work on that because they haven't been able to practice outside yet. So you don't have the game-like opportunities to try and, you know, work on the finishing.
And the one goal that did get in for Evanston was not a set piece. It was a free kick by Taryn Wagstaff.
Okay.
Got a train going by.
It's about the 5th or 6th one.
So often you won't even notice it.
Rock Springs was held scoreless for the first almost 13 minutes. Then they poured in 4 goals over the next 12 minutes, 2 more goals before the end of the first half and led 6-0 at the half. But Evanston's kept the ball out of the back of its own net so far through almost 30 minutes of this second half.
Like the aggressiveness of Lauren Hyatt there. 10 minutes to go in the game, down 6 goals.
Oh, yeah, still battling. Into the middle. Rock Springs has backed off a little bit on the attack. You see those 3 defenders that are essentially midfielders in this 3-4-3 offense. But they've backed off through the first, 40, 50 minutes of this game. They were another 10 yards closer.
Good shot just left of the post. They have certainly backed up, but when they see their chances, they're still taking them.
Right.
I see you got the, that's a fancy roster you got there.
Which one?
This one right here.
The Red Devils?
Yeah, mine is handwritten actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not my handwriting.
Under 10 minutes to go in this one. 6-0 Rock Springs with the lead on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Another shot, but this one again wide left for Rock Springs. They're looking to put one more on the board before the end of this one. Tigers up 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We mentioned that Rock Springs will get back at it Thursday at Green River. Evanston will be at Green River on Friday. And Jake, is that girls at 3, boys at 5?
No,
opposite.
Boys at 3, girls at 5. So same schedule as today, but same location at Lincoln Middle School. We've had some close games. We've had some weird finishes between the boys and the girls in Green River over the last few years.
A tough play and a goal. Porter just couldn't pull that in with the wet ball, deflects it out, and the rebound booted into the back of the net with 7:43.
And waiting on a number. I don't know if you got that. There's a lot of hair. Is that Kia, number 6? Yep.
So at the 7:43 mark, Kia Comstock with her second goal of the day. She scored with about 10 minutes left, I think, in the first half, somewhere inside the 10-minute
mark.
Right
in there, yep.
That makes it 7-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And
first goal of the second half.
It's been a good defensive second half for Evanston. Rock Springs boys team beat Evanston earlier, 2-0.
Well, here's Brittany Barton getting some run time toward the end of the game.
And that's, I mean, to me, that is a good sign that she's feeling confident and Coach Barton feeling confident enough to put her back in there at this.
Or maybe she ran out into the field and said, "I'm doing what I want.
I'm playing."
She's a captain, isn't she?
She is, yeah. Back to Moeller. I just heard Coach Barton shout out, "Go challenge that." This point in the game, it's tough to find the energy to challenge that kind of a thing.
They do have a couple of ball kids here. We didn't get one of those until midway through the second half over at the junior high. Whoa!
Wow.
That's jacked up old Tom Jackson from Sunday Night Countdown.
There's been a couple of calls like that in this game where the Rock Springs Tigers go, "What?" And Comstock, that was one of them. She confused about that whistle against her. Oh, nice ball out to the left wing.
A beautiful shot back right post.
Wow. 2 quick goals in the second half after the Evanston Red Devils had held Rock Springs scoreless for most of the second half. And who was that?
It was number 3, I believe.
Zoe Silovich is number 3, but was that Hunsaker again? It was Zoe. Thank you. I'm sorry I questioned you, Jake.
Oh, it's okay.
Coach Pyre told me before the game that, coming into this game, 13 different players had scored in varsity action for Rock Springs, and I'm not sure if those 13 were, if the 6 or 7 that have scored today, if that's, but they've got a lot of different players that can hurt you.
Oh, absolutely. This is not a team, Evanston. You got to move past this one. Green River is going to be a tough one as well, but there are a couple of teams out there. There's wins to be had in the conference this year, especially when we get to the home field. They have gotten a point out of Natrona. It's just going to be interesting to see when they do finally get outside. Can they make up for lost time?
Right.
Because there's only so much you can do in a gym.
That's right. And there's spacing issues. There's, like we've talked about, the finishing, trying to set things up, work on your set pieces, and just not having the space. Plus the speed is different, the way the ball bounces.
And unfortunately, it's the same story every year with when will Evanston get outside, but this has been the worst.
Right.
We have never been to a point of that for number one, there's a home game next week, and we're wondering if we're going to be able to get there. They haven't even been outside to practice yet. By that point, we have not gotten this far in the season and still said we're not sure if they're going to get it, and possible snow in the forecast tomorrow, Saturday, and Monday.
Right. And I was talking with a Red Devil parent last week who said, man, we thought we were just about to get on the field, and then we got that 6 inches last week. Again, to add on to the challenge of already been, a lot of snow this winter.
And it did melt off fairly quickly, but it's just more moisture added to that ground.
And that's definitely something to consider, is even if once they get the snow cleared off, it's going to be a pretty wet, mushy field. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this contest. Rock Springs leading 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on MyLocalRadio.com.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District #1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District #1, Pathway to Excellence.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Rock Springs, 6 goals in the first half, 2 here in the second half. Those 2 came within a minute and 21 seconds. And leading 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Rock Springs will improve to 7-0 with this win, Jake. And they've outscored their opponents, I believe, 36-0 so far through. This will be game number 7.
That's that clearly an impressive mark, but you see even the possession that they hold in the last couple of minutes of a game, really no let up, even when something's secure.
And it's similar to what they did last year. They outscored their opponents a total of, I think, 57-13. And building on a lot of, they lost 2 starters, Vigil, the goalie, and then I can't remember the other, but maybe Ali Lang.
Oh, yeah.
Long shot, a little bit too long. But, boy, this is a team with a lot of returning starters and contributors, and especially when you talk about, Politi and Seavrud and Bedard and all those goals scored. This is a Rock Springs team that looking pretty good.
We'll be back on Friday, again 3 and 5. The game's same stream this time around. Had to do multiple streams for this one just because different locations, opposite side of town, and actually we were able to bring you both games in their entirety this year. I think that's the first time we've been able to do that from Rock Springs. – 1-1 final in the boys JV game. Just went final over at Rock Springs Junior High School.
It's a good showing for the Evanston boys JV.
Young JV team. There's multiple freshmen that see varsity time and then get most of their minutes in the JV contest.
Just about down to the 1 minute mark. 8-0 Rock Springs on top on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Do you know anything about Green River, Jake, their girls or boys teams?
Well, I know they got 3 goals in the last 3 minutes last year on the girls' side. Didn't see that one coming.
Nope.
I remember saying, well, they've still got a 1-goal lead. Well, they're still tied. Wait, what?
Yeah. Bedard weaves through some traffic and shoots high. Yeah, that was an interesting one, to say the least, huh?
Was it 2-0? I think that was the score.
Yeah.
And then the final went 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Green River coming away with a shocking victory. I know Lauren Hyatt scored in that game. I want to say maybe Brittany Barton got a free kick in.
I think that's right. Oh, and a shot to the back corner just misses. When that hit that net behind the goal, and I thought it was
first.
Yeah, for a second.
That's it.
And that's your ball game. Our clock a little bit behind, but 8-0 is your final on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll take one quick break. We'll wrap things up, give you a post-game show, and do that right after this on a First Bank presentation of Evanston Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
You're watching a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Soccer on mylocalradio.com.
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with 3 brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready-mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515. If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel, referred to as the Oasis of the West, that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770. Back at Rock Springs High School, the home of the Tigers, where Rock Springs girls beat Evanston 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston held Rock Springs off the board for the first 12 minutes, but then they had a bunch of scoring come in a hurry. Brecken Hunsaker scored twice, Alyssa Bedard once, and Emily Taucher once, all in a span of less than 12 minutes. And Rock Springs scored 2 more goals before the end of the first half. Evanston held them off the board for most of the second half, but then 2 quick goals at 7:43 and 6:22 left to go in the second half, and Rock Springs wins 8-0. Saw a lot of good things from Evanston today. There were just a few lapses here and there. The biggest problem I saw was what Coach Stephen Pyre told me his strength is for his team this year is possessing the ball, and they possessed that thing on their offensive side of the field most of this game.
Well, all in all, 10-0 is the goal count between the boys and the girls of Evanston against Rock Springs. They have another opportunity on Friday, hoping to not be shut out completely in that Sweetwater County road trip, but you're going to need to see possession better all the way around both programs.
And that'll be a key for this girls' team. And it's good to see Brittany Barton get a lot more playing time today. And we'll see how Evanston can improve. We'll be back on the air. Jake, are you doing your show tomorrow on K9?
No, that wrapped up the week after state.
Oh, okay.
I guess you were out for Disneyland when that happened, when that last one went on.
I'm going to have to pull that same thing as well. I didn't.
That was the plan all year long. Didn't you see on the website all year long? I said August through mid-March.
Mid-March, okay.
Yeah. So as planned.
So as planned, no Red Devil rundown tomorrow, but we'll be back with more Red Devil soccer on Friday as the girls and boys play at Green River. The boys' kickoff is at 3 o'clock, so we'll go on a pregame about 10 minutes before that, and then have the girls' game to follow at kickoff at 5 o'clock schedule. So 8-0 our final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard today. Jake, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. See you next time.
Today's broadcast is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting and Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. Sales manager is Julie Burley. Office manager Kayleen Anderson. Website manager Sean Hando. Production assistants Jordan Bowie and AJ Lamb. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.